Whose glasses are those?
I bought them at the CVS. And I
Fun.
forgot my glasses home
The other day?
when I bought all the other stuff. When I bought my medicine at Walgreens. They're really good. They're like not your normal cheater glasses. And they got a protection against this kind of.
Oh, it does. And they bend that way.
So I like them. They're better than my prescription glasses.
Really?
Not for far away, but like all this is perfect. Might have to turn that down a little bit.
What?
TV.
Turn it down?
Well, maybe not. This picks up everything.
Want me to turn it down?
No, you don't have to. I'll ask them if they can hear it.
Okay.
I don't know if you got the invite, Pat.
You don't think so?
I'm not sure, but if you want to dial him, I can leave the meeting open and see if he's able to get on by computer. If not, I think even by phone it'll be better than yesterday. That system he had a terrible delay.
I'm texting him now.
You noticed that, right? That call the other day was horrible.
Yeah.
We were stepping over each other and.
But there's 3 people on. He's here.
Oh, good.
Hey, how are you?
Here you are. Hey, Tim.
Hey, Tim.
Doing? Never been on Zoom before.
Well, this is one of our potential advertisers, so we got to treat them right.
How we doing? You still down in Florida, right? For a couple more days?
Yeah,
A few more days.
We leave tomorrow or late afternoon. We leave.
Yeah.
Or no, Tuesday. I'm sorry. I track the time down here.
We'll remind you when you need to leave.
Yeah, there you go. I took my son up to the airport today. He flew back with his girlfriend today, and so we're here 2 more days.
So does he live up here? Or does he live back in Jersey or New York or?
My son lives up in he lives in Newburgh, so he's about a half hour south of us.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
He lives right by Stewart. He's like five seconds to Stewart Airport. That's where he lives.
That's a good place to live.
Not a bad spot.
Easy out. Definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
he's right there by 84, 87, and 300. So
Yeah.
a great location.
Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
So you did a little bit of chopping. I didn't know if you probably have other stuff to talk about. And how do we go through this?
Well, that's why I was trying to kind of do it by suggestion instead of me trying to write it. I've been dealing with this terrible sinus ear thing going on down here. So I found it was easier to just sit in front of the TV and make the cuts and drop in. I just did another one. I just took PepsiCo.
Okay.
And I stitched that right in after Johnson & Johnson.
Okay. This was the logos or?
This was just I picked the PepsiCo up of your corporate sizzle reel.
Okay. Oh, by the way, there's going to be a logo. I still have that logo reel of about 12 logos. I need to probably drop in somewhere towards the end of that portfolio section, if you still want it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, wherever
absolutely.
that can go.
Sure. Okay.
So are you guys able to see my screen if I share it?
Yeah, share it out.
So Tim,
Oh yeah. I see it.
there's something about this Penn Mutual company. They are a heavily weighted woman executive company, right? So the CEO is a powerful woman. All the executives are all women, right? I think they're actually sexist myself, but um, so what I did here is after the Johnson Johnson part,
Okay.
because I saw the PepsiCo part,
Mm-hmm.
I dropped in. I'll show you what I did. So here's Johnson and Johnson finishing up.
Okay.
This is PepsiCo Today, a global leader, a step ahead.
We're really trying to understand how to best deliver the most nutrition in every calorie of
So
our
I'll show you
products.
where I was going here.
By performance with purpose, the beacon guiding our business.
It's at the core of everything we do. It fuels our growth and drives our success and shapes our.
So right there, so it's I know my audience, and Eileen McDonald is one of the only women CEOs in the entire insurance industry. So I thought having PepsiCo here, as soon as I saw Indra here, I said, oh, this would work really well.
So that's kind of the out here with Indra.
Yeah, I went a little bit longer.
That's a full minute.
It's a really good piece here. So I thought, you know what, it's pushing that, but we can grab the out wherever you think it's right to grab it.
No.
Anywhere through here.
Okay.
We can grab the out. And then at the end, this is where I just kind of stitched in what you already have there. So I'll just repost this and send it back. I think here on this slate here, I think it was the aspirational. We have inspirational.
Oh, okay. Where's that? Yeah.
I'm not sure where that is actually. Let me find it.
That's towards the end. It's after this.
It is after?
Yeah, I think it's right there after that.
Maybe it's before it?
I think it's when we're talking about the show. So it's when we're actually talking about
There it is.
the live show.
Yeah,
here.
there.
So the edits here, I think, should be, Pat, and you could send it over because we have it written a million times.
Sure.
An aspirational blah, 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 blah. I think you can take it from our current cut sheet that I have here in front of me. Actually, I don't know if you have.
I think it's on the marketing deck that I gave you. It's the beach slide with the beach chairs.
Yeah,
I think
so
it is.
Here's what it says, Tim and Pat. If you want to type it, it'd be great. It's a multi-network aspirational docuseries that makes retirement dreams come true.
Okay.
I dropped in Live to 100 on the top of that. I dropped it in as a line that I did.
Okay.
This up here is, I just dropped that on there.
Okay. Yeah, we're coming out of that logo, right?
Yeah, it was coming out of the logo. Well,
Are
that
you
I
able-
just drew on for mine. So there we can go Live to 100. Then maybe
could
we
also-
throw that
I-
back up there on top.
Yeah, I thought we would move that coming to 2020 towards the end, I guess, right before from Big
Yes.
Chief or whatever. So
Yeah, I think it should be and let's change it to summer because I think we're going to probably make
Summer,
it
come in the summer.
realistically by June, right?
Okay. I mean the summer.
Summer of 2020.
Okay.
So in here, so we'll go that logo, which is ours. Then we drop that.
Lose that.
Then we go here.
Right.
Do we need Live to 100 again and
No,
outside
I
of the
think
lobster
we
front?
can take it off. I think I had
Yeah,
made
that's
that
what I
first.
that's what I was going to do. It seemed like it was just since you're coming right out of it.
Yeah.
And
So
then the
that's gone.
multi-network thing, I think will work well here because again, I'm going to be there to describe it, so it's not like we're
Okay.
taking it off. So then we get into this section. I took out a little bit. You'll notice I chopped out the podcast because I looked like I was having a stroke.
Okay.
I took podcast out.
Okay.
We could lose this as well if we can get something in that shows the blueprints.
Is there anything in that B-roll, Tim, that showed?
I guess
did
I'd have to
Derek-
go back, and I didn't see it basically, but I mean, let me ask the guy who was editing. I didn't look through everything, but so if we could drop in the blueprints, okay.
Yeah, I can't imagine that we didn't get it. I'm almost
You know,
certain
you
we
guys
did.
are there, so so we could probably take the young lady out.
Yeah.
Scene?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it does take a little while. It's slow-mo.
Yeah.
I like how he did all of this. This all looks really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really
What about
happy.
the take before that, when you talk about retirement architecture and our blueprinting process and all that stuff? Do we have that take to drop in
I
before
haven't
that?
dropped it in, but we can
Yeah, I
drop
don't
that
have any
in.
of that footage, so I couldn't use. I don't know. I remember everything he shot, but I don't have any of it here.
I can
Yeah, I mean-
forward you the script, Brett's script, Tim, so
Sure.
you can see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I listened to all these. I think it was in the take before this.
Right.
This was
I
take
think so too.
5 and take 4. So would we maybe cover that up with some of the document, or
I think we can.
if we, okay.
Trying to think of which order it should be in. It probably should be in. Come out of here. Keep that.
And then it goes
um,
after this.
Yeah, maybe we just drop it in here.
Oh, just the visual or the
Yeah, I
text.
don't
or
think there's no audio, so we could drop it in for B-roll from here.
Okay.
We probably even drop that out. Go away from me. Let's just go here and put in blueprint and office moving around, a lot of things going on.
Oh,
Then we come
okay.
out of that, and then we come here.
Okay.
So, and we can make this wider if necessary. We can put more in there. Now, in the beginning, I hate it. We already went to the end, but in the beginning, if I go back, I
I
was,
saw you made you added a.
well, you know what I wasn't aware of is that was the Garth video for 9/11.
Yeah, this was the one that was done in 2007, or well, I'm
Right.
not sure. It was done in 2000. He didn't release it till like this year. He just released it I don't know. There was a licensing issue, and he would have had to pay a big price to have both of the pieces of music out there. So
Oh, really?
that other video, the video I showed you was the original from 1993, or at least a piece of it. And I'll put in whatever you want. I mean,
So what is the 1993? What's the significance?
That's
well,
what
that was the
threw me off.
date. That was the country music. That's the Country Music Awards.
So he got the Country Music Award for his original video.
Yes.
And then you used that again, or that got stitched into the 9/11 thing later.
Well, he did. We created another one in 2000 or 2001, and he held on to it because of, again, a licensing issue where if he released it, he would have had to pay substantial. So he held on to it literally until this past year when he released it on the anniversary of the other one. Right, 20 years, 25 years, whatever. So again, it doesn't really matter. Nobody's going to know this or that. So,
So I
if you
wanna
like that
kinda-
light you have, that's fine. I can find another place where.
Now we
actually-
could take
yeah.
we could take this slate here. I like it where it is. I think we should do it twice. So I built this little header here.
I see that.
So Tim Miller, founder of Big Chief Entertainment, is utilizing. Is it entertainment or is it?
Oh, it's, the original company was Big Chief Entertainment. And then as we kind of grew, we actually added some design capabilities and some other stuff. So, I just collectively, and it's not even doing DBA. We say Big Chief Studio, but Big Chief Entertainment's kind of the essence of the.
Okay, so we'll leave that. And
Okay.
again, you have it on your side. You guys can jazz it up however you like. But
Right,
what do we
okay.
think about that text? Is that okay?
That's fine with me, definitely.
Yeah.
So do you
Then-
want to
then-
go into this? You want to go into the "We Shall Be Free" that you put in there?
So what I did was, as we slide across, so I still have his audio track.
All right, there's another text, some more text or something.
Over here, then I flipped and I went first a little bit about Tim and Big
Oh,
Chief.
Okay.
Because here we're talking about this new series that you're
Yeah,
gonna do.
sure. I got it.
Then we say, hey, let's look at Tim a little bit.
Okay.
Then I jumped in here. I went back and grabbed his video online, and I just saw it started with the 9/11, and then it went into a real quick picture of Garth right
Well,
here.
that's
at the
fine. We
end.
could just use these 2 shots.
Yeah, I think I like that.
Yeah. So that's cool with me, definitely.
And then we go right
into
to
the
you.
award, and then we kind of launch into, it seems like you kind of stuck to the, now, do you think, do I have to put this creative director, producer director, could it just say Tim Miller launched Big Chief Entertainment that same year? Does it need to have, I'm trying to collapse some of the copy throughout, but does it have to have creative director, producer director, or it's up to you?
Was that there already? Wasn't that there?
That's what's there now. But I was in this revision. I was going to perhaps pull that out. Those 3 words.
Oh, that same year?
Yeah, just say Tim Miller launched Big Chief Entertainment that same year. So that's why,
I don't think it hurts it if you're thinking it's just too much to
No,
read.
that's fine. That's cool. We'll just leave it.
Yeah, no, I like it. And we can
Me
leave it up a
too.
little bit longer too. We can leave it up longer.
Okay.
Then we go through, I love all this. This is all really good, fast clicking
Mhm.
through. I like this too. I think that
Right.
stays.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
I love all
That,
this.
I like that.
Tom Brokaw's good. Ellen is
You
great.
did you cut out the, so you cut out something, you cut out the clown Jay,
No, I
and-
didn't put the
Well,
clown.
none of that's been cut out yet,
It's
but
still here.
there was something between Brokaw and the woman from that show punching the guy in the stomach. I thought there was something else.
No, I didn't even cut the clown out. I like the clown. I like Jay Leno. I think it's all good. 2000,
Okay.
all great.
Right.
okay.
I don't think we have to change anything. I think we stay good here. Today, 20 years later is great. But the one thing I did notice, this is all good. Wouldn't change a thing. I don't know if I changed anything, so I shouldn't say that, but I think all this was terrific.
Mm-hmm.
All this is great. There's a spot where you have corporate air. Okay, compelling corporate
So
videos.
this should be some corporate stuff like the Bloomberg piece.
Well, either that, Tim, or we just take this slate and slide it in front of Johnson & Johnson.
And then
Oh.
you have PepsiCo right after that.
Yeah, so if we just pull this piece out instead of having it come up here at 1:32.
Okay.
Because then it goes into
Get out of
the White
there.
House, right? It goes into the White House thing.
No,
after
it
that?
goes into all these different sections. It goes into just a
This
lot
could be
more
this-
footage, basically. So it's up
Right,
to you
but there's
guys.
another slate that can move back in front of this. See, here's this one, original celebrity content at 143. If we move that over to 132,
Okay.
now
Mm.
it'll kind of stitch together because
I
these
get
are
it.
all
Yeah.
you know, big
Celebrities, yeah.
Yeah, they're more celebrities. And okay, that's cool.
shots. And then once we come out of
Then
there,
we go into the programming.
With the Kino brothers.
and I chopped some of that. I just kept the White House.
Yeah. So all this stuff was collapsed under celebrity stuff. And then we go into, and then the programming.
So this is where I think you can put the corporate, right? So as soon as we're done with Dirks
Okay.
and all the entertainers,
Yeah.
right here at a minute on my tape, of course, not
47.
have 147-ish on this one. That's where we could drop in the corporate just before Fox comes on, because that's corporate.
Okay.
And then from Fox, we go through the Fox Mercedes-Benz,
Okay, cool. Yep, that's good.
and then we go right into award-winning television.
Then you cut these 2 pieces, which is fine.
I
Now, do you still have the voiceover here of the
I kept
voiceover
it in.
actor? Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, is there a
I like that.
voiceover in here?
All this-
Well, that was the guy who did those VH1 in the music background. He's the same. It sounds like the same guy we used to do behind the music documentaries on the artist.
Oh,
Is
you
that
mean
same?
the voiceover for the White House?
Yeah. Is that the same gentleman?
You know what? I don't even remember, basically. He's a guy that does a lot of documentary.
Yeah, I think he does all the VH1 rockumentaries
Okay.
about the bands. Yeah.
So yeah,
So
I
that-
tried to get an out right here when the Oval Office
Right.
door opens. That
Right.
must have been an amazing thing to do. That's amazing right there. So there,
That
I
is
just
something.
I tried to create a little dissolve just to cover the sound, and then
Right,
we go
right.
right
We'll
into
fix that.
from the highest office in the country. Maybe I just kind of plugged in something here.
Uh-huh.
to the largest corporations, Big Chief has been trusted to tell the important stories, to tell the important stories, or.
Yeah, to tell the important stories. I think.
And then we can go right into the Johnson Johnson. They're using Big Chief, and then we go
Now,
right.
did you do the startup? You took out the words "the startup" there.
I
'Cause there
did.
was something. Okay.
That's fine.
I did. I went right from here.
Okay.
And what I'll do, I'll just republish this and send it back to you, Tim. And you can just give it to your editor. He could just put it on separate monitor and say, oh, okay, I got that. And then we go right here, PepsiCo.
Where would you think of the logo reel to be inserted?
Oh, the PepsiCo goes after Johnson. Oh, right. It's here.
Yes, I did a little dip out of here, a little space. Then into right on that spot of PepsiCo, I thought was really good. And then
I mean, we could put the logos right after this, unless we put it, again, I was going to probably put it after, before we went into programming.
we could probably come out of PepsiCo right in here someplace, maybe
Okay.
Aquafina we come out of.
Because you're starting to see brand names here, and then I think you hit them with all the other brands. You did Microsoft and all the other ones.
Yeah, we just need to shorten PepsiCo up a little bit, but it's really good stuff. So
Okay.
I'm not afraid of it being a little longer because we cut quite a bit out and there's still.
6 minutes. It's the same time. 6:16 almost.
Yeah,
Was the original?
Is it? Oh, good.
Yeah, I
Well,
think
that's
this,
when you dropped the PepsiCo in it.
yeah. The original, I believe, was almost six, spot on the same time.
Yep. So I think it does get a little bit granular, so to speak, or granular.
Mhm.
But either way, I don't mind any of it. I think it's a really good piece. And these companies want to feel like they're a part of what other big companies are doing.
Sure.
Yeah.
So that's really it.
So how do you come into you? How do you come into Live to 100 again? Keep
Well,
going.
You come out of here and then
Gotta
you
do
go
the
to his slate.
over my head thing first.
And finally, one of Tim's earliest pilot projects.
Do you mention Over My Head in like sort of a heading? Because I don't think it
I was going to
there.
put it in when we see that you guys on the steps or see the family on the steps. I was going to put it at the top over my head, and I can put a date like 2008 under that or something. I'm not sure if that's bad
What
or good.
about the music track? It looks like he separated the music track because the music.
Yeah, it's a little light. It's
I
a
don't
little
know.
light there.
Oh, it's there. It's just light.
Yeah.
No,
but
no, I don't. No, I'm saying it's not there. It feels a little thin, just the talking of the people.
the over my head. Well, yeah. I mean, if he mixed it down probably so that people could talk over it. But
And Brett's. It seems when you get to Brett's name, is that pixelated to me or is
you
that
know what?
just-
That's from a really low res
Yeah.
copy.
Maybe we
We'll replace that.
Cool.
We'll replace that. So
Here?
it'll be Brett Sasso.
Yeah, it gets
Yeah.
pixelated on a larger view. It looks.
Yeah,
a
it'll
little-
be American. It'll be just we'll use the American typewriter. Just reset it.
Got it.
Black.
And do we want to describe who Brett is there, or wait till we punch out of this?
Well, we already introduced him.
Did we?
Yeah. We introduced him here. He's coming
here.
out.
Yeah, it's just Brett Sasso. Like who's okay? I mean everybody knows, but if I send this to Zoom, where will we say who Brett Sasso is? Like
He comes
Brett
right now at the end of Brett Sasso's
Right
talking.
here. I think it comes in
Yeah, it comes in right here.
built right into the show, right?
Yeah, we could take. Yeah,
I
that's
think
right.
if we put the music
I-
track.
Not built into the show. It's actually built into.
Yeah, I don't think it's there. I think it could come out of this whole clip.
No, it's right here.
Okay. Yeah. And I told Brett we got to beef up his social media presence, so we have to get him on the PR junket after all this, when this all starts, Tim. So get him on Fox News and talk about what we do here. Have him write a book.
And what I've been thinking, Tim, is I do believe that this is going to be a very strong way of doing commercials for bigger companies. They, instead of trying to get their commercials stuck on, the
I
head
agree.
tail of a show, this
Yeah.
might be a great direction if Big Chief's looking to go out there and grab the companies and build shows around them.
Yep, absolutely. It'll be a good test ground
Yeah.
Yeah.
for what's possible.
And, from here, I just chopped out the podcast. I didn't
Yep.
want it was right here.
Got it?
Is that a quick flip right there? Does that work for you, Tim? That
Yeah.
boom, boom. Okay.
He's working, and then he's, we got a little profile of him.
Yeah,
Again,
again, it was just,
we're gonna see him in just a minute as he talks.
hmm
yeah, none of this was obviously done with the intent of being show quality, but thought it would really help as far as editing goes. And then we come
Now,
in.
so we do the,
What is that? What's that
was
space
thinking-
there?
I was
Oh,
just-
Oh, a fade in to fade into today.
we'll pull that out, but yeah, we'll fade that in. Tim and join forces to finish what they started.
I like that.
I like
Mhm.
this a lot.
I like the fade in. I do. I like the fade in.
And
And
then
we
it
see
finishes
Brett's,
off here. We
oh,
maybe want
Do
to
we have
chop a little bit of the B-roll out.
so just make that shorter,
Maybe this section with the crowd of people.
crowd out.
Let's take
Yeah.
the crowd out because then we're individual, which is more about us.
Okay, I
That's
got it.
retirement. I like the older couples, the baby boomers.
Yeah, so we had 5 or 6 shots of
And
just,
I have one with people walking on a beach, but I've seen it a million times.
yeah.
Um,
And this
And
may
then
be
here, I
too
didn't
long.
word
Maybe we
to
could cut this down a little.
I think what I can do also is if I'm going to produce this and then ship it out of here tonight, I could even go back and we can wordsmith this a little bit if we need to, but bringing hope and help to a
Yeah, I would
country-
just say bringing hope. I'm not sure hope and this help, maybe bringing hope to a country that's grown older and now looking
yes.
for a worry-free path to living the good life or the
Yep.
living their
Yep.
retirement dreams. I was just going to cut some stuff out to make it.
And then
So-
what I may do.
And then I was going to keep that up longer, and I was going to keep the logo up longer.
Can
Both
that kind of come smaller and come out and grow?
can do whatever
Live
you
to
want.
100, like
Well,
how it,
100
yeah,
is kind of pushing out, but
yeah. If it comes a little bit more and
push
kind of
it out
just
a little bit. He could probably push it out a little bit more.
okay.
And then summer, then we're back to where we started.
Yeah, we were going to take the 2020 out and play it at the end. We're going to take the live to 100
Live to-
out here. We're going to
see,
say,
he said that too, Brett. Live to 100. We got to figure out how.
and
we
I'm
do
going to drop in the line that's actually from the slide on the beach slide.
Do we want any voice over there that says "Live to 100"? So
No,
people know that's how it should be read for like Zoom or Athene or.
Well, you'd still read it. I mean, you're coming out of.
You just said exactly what most people say. Live to 100. It's relive to 100. So I'm wondering if any type of
You
live
can do
to.
that.
I don't know. I'm just
I
thinking.
mean,
off
we
the
could
top
do
of my head.
something that's maybe a little pulled back, basically, almost somebody, instead of like some powerful announcer, somebody reading it, a professional, but it's kind of a little more laid
That's
back.
where in the interest of time, I didn't want to add anything extra.
Right.
We can just get this edited together. And
Yeah, well, that's what we'll do. I mean, if you want to try tomorrow, a voiceover, whether you record it and give it to me, whether you drop it in, it's most certainly doable.
well, if I was up there, I might say yes, but being down here, I'm at a
Yeah.
disadvantage for any of that. So I
And
think,
this is just for this one air, right? Or play on
yeah.
Wednesday.
Yeah, now I may want to come
We can
up
update.
on Wednesday morning
Uh-huh.
because I have to leave at 11 o'clock to be down to Pennsylvania on time. Would it be a good idea for me to just plan in shooting over to the studio on Wednesday morning to pick up a
Sure. I
flash
mean, whatever
disk?
you want to do, or I can have somebody from my office bring it to you or whatever.
What about, can you put it up on your website?
Yeah, I can put it on my Vimeo.
Vimeo, like we just had it before. Yeah.
Or you know what? Because the
You can
website,
pull it down. You can play it from the Vimeo, or you can even pull it down from Vimeo.
what if we put it, can we put it here? Do you manage your own site or you have to have somebody build it?
Yeah, well, I just have somebody do it. It's not a big deal.
Because if it was here, what that would do for me,
I would just
give me the ability to showcase the other things that you've done.
sure.
I think that might be a really cool idea. If we go to work and then
Yeah, I just absolutely love your demo reel that you have there. I just
So
think
yeah,
it's-
so we could do that. Why don't I just need to talk to the guy and just make sure that
we
he's
drop it
around.
right in here in the bottom or something, right here in this corner, or
I think yeah.
slide that over. Now I can say, hey, if you guys want to see any of these in full, we can go in and look at it. I could do that right while I'm doing my presentation.
Okay.
It shows us in very good company, the White
Okay.
House,
Sure.
Mercedes-Benz, Fox.
I love it. Absolutely love it.
All right.
That would
So
be the
I'm
best
going
way
to, this between tonight and tomorrow morning, we'll do all this. Go ahead and, if you want to, Pat, send me the text that or
Yeah, the multi-network aspirational. I'll
send
get
that
there
to
right
me,
after you.
sure
Yep.
You know, everything else is really quite clear, and it's not, you know, we haven't ripped it apart. I think it's, you know, most certainly we're moving stuff around, adding a little bit of stuff, and it all seems to make sense.
Yeah,
And the guy,
Awesome.
you know, if I get something to you by midday, then we can still make some changes tomorrow,
Absolutely.
Tuesday morning or whatever. So your meeting's Tuesday or Wednesday?
it's
Wednesday, right?
Wednesday. So I leave at, I have to be there by 2. So that means for me, I want to be there at 1. It's a 2.5-hour drive.
Okay.
And like I said, I'll be presenting this, and I think I'm going to get more than one shot at doing this with these guys. But I think this is all I'm going to need, to be honest.
Cool.
I'll have some horsepower in the room, and I think I just have to give them the confidence that the program will come out, you know, in a Big Chief look.
Yeah, yeah.
They'll understand the story, and that's the whole idea here is if I can sell the confidence of the show, it's the story they're going to love.
No, I totally get it. I mean, everybody, this is, I mean, most certainly I feel like people have attempted to do this before, basically, to create this kind of content. And I think it's so laden usually with commercial. I mean, most certainly there's travel agencies that do this. There's most certainly all kinds of infomercials out there. So I think the fine line is trying to make it feel as if it is very authentic and legitimate, and we're bringing in some experts to help, you know, get people to that place where they can believe in this and take advantage. Last night I was watching one of these New York, I think maybe called New York Style or First Look, and they were doing traveling down the Danube River on these great boats, basically. And there was a group of older people that were, you know, in retirement, and they were actually, you know, and that it takes you down the Danube and you stop at all these great locations and you eat. And then I was like, this is the show, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
You're being entertained while you're being sold.
Yeah, you are. You know, it's information. It's like, I want to do that. So how do I do it? Here's how
I
you
think what happens is when these companies build these videos, they're just trying to use the idea that they're going to go out in the video world of the internet and people will find them. I think what we'll do is show them, hey, you can put this on you know, national cable channels, and it's a good use of your investment dollars after you spend money building these nice productions. Go put them on, like Johnson & Johnson. Go put that on the air.
Yeah, and you know, and then they do whatever marketing wise to drive people to that, you know, to those airs. So, you know, it would help us to deliver some promo materials or some Instagram videos or trailer or something that they could distribute amongst themselves and their clients and their whatever.
It seems to be what Discovery was most interested in, was this idea that, you know, and they still haven't figured out that we're willing to give them some of the advertising dollars. Spots. We're not trying to take.
Well, that's attractive. That's the most attractive piece. You're not just going to buy the time. Give back some of the ad.
A little bit of the cut of the advertising that's embedded, and they should be real happy with that.
Definitely. So, all right, this is good. So let me take all this in and get it to my editor, and we'll get another piece up tomorrow to midday or so to take a look at.
So I'm going to push 2 things up on YouTube by the end of this evening. One will be this most recent edit.
And you're going to rework this a little bit?
Yeah, and then I'll send you this meeting we just had. I'll push this up too, so you'll be able to just watch the meeting back if you want.
Okay.
And it's all there. So I'll give you 2 videos will be pushed up, and I'll give you links to both.
Okay, excellent. All right, boys.
Perfect. Awesome.
Good meeting. Good use of time.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
It was.
100.
All right.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
See you guys.
All right, Tim. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, Pat, I'm going to do that. I'm going to edit this up.
Are you going to just drop in the text into that so he'll see it, or you want me just to write it out and send it to him in a quick email?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if that was, how did I get that Live to 100 there? It must be up here someplace or down here. I'm looking for where it is on my timeline. I don't see it.
It's right. Well, it's right there. It's in
but
that spot.
I must have.
It's been embedded into something. You took his embedded one.
Yeah, then it must have been there, I guess.
No, it was there. He wrote, that's his slide, and I don't like it. I don't like the way it's written. I don't like the way it looks. He said
Live to 100 in there. That was not there, but I don't.
No, that was there. That was always there.
This was the Live to 100?
Yeah, that was there because I remember seeing the font going, okay, wrong font. I don't like what it says. It needs to be wordsmithed.
I thought it was me that put that there. I did it
So
someplace else then. I don't know where I did it.
you did it maybe towards the end. No, you did it in the beginning talking about Live to 100 before it started. You and Tim were on a journey to do something new.
Oh, maybe I did it up there. Oh, that's probably right because I wanted to get the name out of it out early.
Right. Yeah. So right in the beginning. Because I remember seeing it and I believe you had the right font too. Or maybe I'm wrong. It was just bolded. Right there you wrote it.
No,
That's
that's
what you,
not what
that's,
I'm talking about. I thought I dropped it in someplace else.
well, I don't remember seeing it unless it's at the very end. You did something new.
I thought I put it as a timeline ad, but I don't see it. So I must have been mistaken. Must have been delusional when I did it.
So I'll write this up, send it to him unless you want to
What did
put
you
it in
think
there
about
and he
the
can see it.
Pepsi piece is good, right?
Yeah, it's all good. All his stuff is great. It's just piecing the right pieces together. Like
And then
I hated the beginning with the faces, the celebrities. I just thought it was just, I just didn't dig it.
And then I can leave them with why don't you go over Tim's, the rest of the sizzle reel, get a good feel for him. I know that with him behind this, we're going to turn this into a really good series.
Now, I thought it was really impactful when we talked about the embedded advertising on
That's what I
Steven's
put on
product.
right there. No, it's not. Huh. That's
No,
it.
we lost that piece that was really, the show is going to embed your product and service. There's no skipping the commercial. Think about that. I thought that was really good. If we can get that as you saying it someplace off camera, so you don't have to so it's just you voicing over. I just think that's so impactful.
Well, I again, just given where we are with this, let's get this done before we go out to the other advertisers. I think
We can drop that in. We can add that in down the road
we can even get Derek to come in and we can shoot another little piece for the advertiser.
Yeah. All right. So because I wanted to send this in a link to Colby, to Zoom, and let them know this is how we're going to showcase your product. It's going to be embedded. But I could write that in an email too.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to play with this for a little bit here, see if I can get it tightened up on what I wanted to do. I'll post it. And
You want to put just a section so he knows where to drop in the branding piece he keeps talking about, like drop branding piece here so he knows where we want it.
Well, he'll know where to put all that. He's better at this than I am, so he'll know where that belongs. All right,
Okay.
so let me finish this up. I'm going to stop the meeting now, make a copy of this. I'll post this up on YouTube as well as the video. I'm going to bring a TV out, hook it up. I'll probably do it tonight after dinner or early tomorrow morning.
So what are your clan out there think of it? I'm sure they saw it, right?
No, I've been playing with it like in between.
Just show it to them. Show it to them tonight and see what get their feedback.
Yeah.
And see if they understand it. Like, oh, okay, I totally get what you guys are doing.
Well, remember, for this meeting, I'm going to be in the room hitting the button. So
Right. Yeah, I know.
I could build it up and I can take it out with me being there, but that's not going to work in the future.
Right.
We won't have that option. So.
All right.
Good stuff. All right. I'm going to kill the meeting, stop the share. Good work. I'll get this out.
All right. I'll shoot him the text.
Very good. Thanks.
Later. Bye.